Elsie, how much is actually this a really good time for just a switch of competitions after a little stumble in the National League?
Yeah, I think it's a nice little, distraction. Gives ourselves, we've been lucky enough that our game's been on a Monday, so it gives us a full week to look forward to the game and get them extra couple of days of recovery in. So yeah, it's going to be a tough test, but one we're looking forward to.
And the gaffer's said as well, what he wants you to do is get back to being yourselves, focused on yourselves and playing that attacking football that you were at the start of the season. For you, that must just be music to your ears.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ever since the gaffer's come in, his emphasis on getting forward, creating chances, as an attacker myself, something that, you wanna be a part of. And even if I've played at fullback, he wants them to play nice and high. So yeah, it suits me down to the ground.
How much bravery is required to play like that, not just when you're chasing a game, but consistently as well?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's one of them where it's a relentless style. You've seen it throughout the league. So them teams that attack usually come out on top. So we obviously the lads at the back have done really well keeping so many clean sheets. So as an attacker, you want to score and assist as many as you can, and we've created plenty of chances. And once we start finishing a few more, I think we'll be in a really good place.
Because if you can get a couple of goals early in a game, then you can take the sting out of the opposition, which for someone like Worthing, who'll be well up for it, that's kind of a really useful asset just to manage games, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. When you go to teams like this in competitions, you've got to make sure your attitude is right before anything. You get that right, and the rest usually takes care of itself. So if we can go there with the right attitude and get an early goal, then hopefully it should be a good afternoon for us.
Or even an evening.
Even an evening.
Obviously, it's on an artificial pitch, but I guess most of the players would have grown up playing and training on artificial pitches, won't you?
Yeah, definitely. We can't use that as an excuse whatsoever. Our pitches here are like AstroTurf, are so flat and runs true. So we'll be ready for it. We can't make any excuses. It's on us.
And the gaffer said, all right, he'll show you the shape of Worthing, but he won't focus too much on them. In a way, does that give you the freedom then to focus on yourselves as well?
Yeah, I think the gaffer's always said that it's about us and what we do, and if every one of us is at it, we'll beat most teams, and on our day we can beat anyone we feel. So yeah, as long as we all turn up with the right attitude and give 100%, then we should go through.
What's the FA Cup been like for you in your career?
Yeah, it's been a very good competition. I think I made my debut at 16 for my local team in the FA Cup. So going all the way back to the start of my career, but I was lucky enough to play at Southampton, played Leicester, Bournemouth. So I played some good teams in there. So it's a competition that I like, and it gives you an opportunity to pit yourself against bigger teams.
Yeah, it's a showcase for everyone at every level, isn't it? Because of pretty much everyone's trying to create an upset.
Yeah, exactly. And Worthing will be wanting to do the same to us. So we've got to be ready and prepared for that, to make sure that doesn't happen.
And there's some players who won't have played at this stage before in the FA Cup. I'm thinking particularly the three lads who've come in from Macclesfield. Is there an extra buzz around the place this week because of that, and just something new?
Yeah, I think so. Them three lads that you mentioned there have been absolutely terrific since they've come in, and they're really relishing the opportunity. So that sort of gives off and rubs off on other players that you look forward to these games, and with it being on TV as well, some lads might not have played on TV before, so that's an extra little boost and encouragement for them to go and show what they're about.
Yeah, there's lots of firsts being ticked off for players in their career, isn't it? And I guess with Forest Green and the attention that's always on them, it kind of has to become normal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a privilege to be able to play under pressure. Having people pay their money to come and watch you. We're in a very lucky position that a lot of lads dream of when they grow up. So for us to be in this position, we're extremely lucky, and you just got to enjoy every day and every match.
Thank you. Good luck.